So you want to make YouTube your full-time job, right? I feel like that's a pretty common want, especially if you've already started your channel or if you've, had this dream for a while. Wanting it to be a full-time job is not crazy. It can totally be that. And even in the market that is, YouTube right now, it's not so saturated that new creators can't have this happen too. So if you're sitting out there like, man, I wish YouTube could be my full-time job, in this video, I'm literally going to lay out the steps to help you make that happen. And I promise it's not even that hard. Hey, howdy, hey, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica Stansberry. If you are new here, I'm flipping excited that you're here. That's all I have to say. I'm just pumped. And I'm also pumped about this topic because I think that it's one that a lot of people want to do. Like, I want to be a full-time creator. I want to be a full-time YouTuber. I want to turn this channel that I've had for 2 years and it's not grown into a full-time gig, but I don't know how. And there's not a ton of creators telling you how. So I feel like it's one of those like pull back the curtain type of videos. And honestly, in all reality, and in all like candidness, I started my channel as a way to further grow my brand and my existing business. I did not start my YouTube channel with the thoughts that I was going to become a full-time YouTuber. But the interesting part is the more I dove into YouTube, the more I grew my channel, the more that I, put content out on the internet, the main job shifted and my mindset shifted. So I see myself more as a content creator, a full-time content creator, a full-time YouTuber, whatever you'd want to call me now than I originally set out to do. Okay, so before we really get into like the actual tips and tricks, let me say two things. One, it's not as hard as you may think. It is not something that is only available to like the elite awesomeness people or the people who've already been here on the platform. There are so many use cases and so many case studies that we could look at of people who have like jumped onto the platform and made a splash in the last few years that weren't there before, and even like kicked butt of people who've been on the platform for years. I actually have a friend of mine who, she had a YouTube channel, but she wasn't really actively pursuing it. 5, 6, 7, 8 months ago, she decided to go all in and shift the direction of her channel and really make a splash. And within a couple of months, she has totally passed me in subscribers and audience and money, probably from YouTube AdSense, and I'm so friggin' proud of her. Like, it's like the coolest thing to see people do that, but that is a great example of you do not have to be like, someone who's been on the platform for a really long time to make this work for you. YouTube is constantly looking for new creators and new channels to push out to people who are consuming their content. The second thing I want to tell you is I do not think you need to be monetized on YouTube to make it your full-time career. Now, that one I'm going to say again because I feel like it's just gonna blow your mind. I do not think you have to be monetized on YouTube to make it your full-time career. And you may be sitting there like, what do you mean? And honestly, that's the first thing I want to talk about. All right, so if I could tell you one thing, if everything else I'm going to talk about in this video just went away, it was no longer something I was going to talk about, and I had to pick one thing out of this entire video, and that was the only thing I was allowed to tell you to help you make YouTube a full-time career, this would be it. You have to treat it as a business. Ooh, I could get fired up about this all day. And I definitely think that my perspective allows me to see this a little bit better because I did come on YouTube as a way to grow my business and my brand initially. But what I see so very much is creators creating with the mindset that they are YouTubers only, and essentially with the mindset that they are employees of YouTube, that they are content creators for YouTube, and they're just waiting out here to be paid for the content they're putting out. It's kind of like they're just acting as an employee. Their job is to create content for the platform, and they're just waiting for the paycheck. And y'all, that is so wrong. So wrong. So very wrong. Most full-time YouTubers, I guarantee most full-time YouTubers would tell you that AdSense is a small item on their monthly income statement. AdSense is not going to be the thing that makes you be able to go full-time. Yes, absolutely, it can and it will help, and it could be the thing that makes you the most money forever or for a while. It really could. I'm not discounting that at all, but it can be really unpredictable and is not what we should be striving for. You need to approach this like a business. You need to be building a brand. And YouTube, yes, while it is the platform you're using to build your brand and get yourself out there, it is not the brand. It is not the business. You have got to figure out how this business, how this thing you're doing, how this content, how this YouTube channel is actually going to make money. And honestly, you can't do it if you're stuck in this like, I just need to be monetized, I just need to be monetized thing, because you're thinking about it the wrong way. So just to kind of wrap that up with a bow, because I want to make sure it made sense, I need you to understand that YouTube is your brand building platform. You are using YouTube to help you build your brand, but you are in charge of what that looks like, and you are in charge of making this a full-time income. YouTube doesn't care. YouTube does not care whether or not you are a full-time YouTuber or whether or not you are making enough money to do that. They do not care. That is not their job. That is not what they're out here to do. You have to take that in your own hands and do things that build the business outside of YouTube and find ways to make money outside of AdSense, because I promise you, AdSense is not the end-all be-all situation here. Once you think of this as a business and not just a hobby, not just a YouTube channel, not just something you're doing passively, not just wanting to be a creator, once you think of this as a business, right? The second thing I want you to do to move yourself into full-time YouTuber status is to create multiple streams of income. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about, all right? So most people will go into this and they'll be like, all right, so I'm gonna be a YouTuber, I'm going to get paid via YouTube to create content. Like YouTube is going to pay me AdSense money to create content. However, there's a big flaw in that, okay? Number one is that it takes you 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours to get monetized, and you are missing up a lot of opportunity in that time frame to make money outside of monetization, right? But two, it can be really unpredictable. What you make from your channel is completely dependent on the ads and the cost of ads and the amount of ads and all the things that YouTube chooses to put on your channel and on your videos. I can tell you, and I've told y'all this in a couple of other videos, but if we compare right now when I'm filming this, which is October of 2021 to October of 2020, and my AdSense check from those 2 months, I was making 3 times more money with AdSense specifically, not my whole brand, not my whole business, with AdSense specifically last year than I am this year, which means that if that was my only stream of income, if that's all I cared about, I would have lost 2/3 of my income. If you're wondering why that's happened, it's because we had a massive uptick in 2020 with everybody coming home, and I, along with almost every other creator, saw this massive drive in our analytics that also contributed to our bottom line. And now that's kind of tapering off. YouTube is favoring shorts. Maybe some advertisers pulled out, maybe videos that were doing well last year aren't doing as well this year. There's a lot of different factors, but I'm not really in control of that. Like, it's all up to YouTube. So that is only one stream of income you should focus on when it comes to being a full-time YouTuber. What are the other streams of income, you ask? Let me tell you. The first few I'm gonna mention are, brand specific, YouTube specific, platform specific, and, content creator specific. They're the things that if you think of being a full-time content creator or a full-time YouTuber, you're automatically going to think of these things, right? So one was AdSense, two is going to be affiliates. So, hey, I really love this camera that I vlog with. Let me put an affiliate link below in my description. And if you purchase it, I will make make 0.25 cents from that sale or whatever, right? But affiliate marketing can be your pathway to, you know, making this go full time, especially if you are linking off to things that are a little bit on the pricier side, or you have affiliates that allow you recurring commission or things like that. So affiliate marketing is your second stream of income you're going to need if you're going to be a full-time creator, and you can come up with creative ways to incorporate affiliate marketing. You can link it in your description, you can mention it in videos and then link it in your description. You can do whole videos about one thing that you want to share the affiliate link for. There are so many possibilities, but there have been YouTubers who were able to quit their full-time jobs and go full-time on YouTube based on their affiliate sales alone. So understand that affiliates is a great stream of income that you need, that you're probably going to want to look into when you're looking into building multiple streams of income to hit your goal of being a full-time YouTuber, okay? The third thing you're going to want to look into is sponsorships. Now, if you're a small channel, this may, be something that you can do, but you can't charge a ton for, or it may be something that you want to put off until you have a bigger audience. That's completely up to you. But sponsorships are a massive driver of income for creators here on the platform, and really for creators on any platform. That's why you see TikTok ads and Instagram ads and, sponsored posts and sponsored videos and things like that, because sponsorships are a big, slice of the pie, and sponsors and brands are learning more and more that having an actual personality that people trust on a platform tell their followers to buy a thing means that they're going to sell more of the thing, right? So sponsorships can be a great stream of income that I would kind of bucket into this. You're a full-time creator, you at least need to be doing those three: AdSense, affiliates, and sponsorships. Whereas though, AdSense and sponsorships may not be able to come until you're a little bit bigger or you're a little bit more established, and you may not make a ton of money from affiliates to begin with until you have a bigger audience clicking on those links, okay? So what other streams of income do you need, you ask? I'm just gonna name a few. But these are all things that you can take advantage of right now. They do not have to be things that you have to have a certain number of followers for, or you have to qualify to do them. They can be things that you can leave this video right now and you can go create and actually make money from your YouTube channel, okay? And we're gonna bucket these things under like your own products under that umbrella. So we have YouTube specific, creator specific streams of income, affiliates, sponsorships, AdSense, but then we also have your own products as streams of income that you really need to be focusing on. So this could look like digital products. So maybe you're a creator who focuses on photography tips and you want to create your own Lightroom presets and then sell them so that people can have the same look that you get in your photos. That is a digital product, and that is something you can and should be doing, okay? On that same note, we can also look at physical products. Maybe you want to create your own filters for cameras or phone cases, or something that is your own physical product that makes sense to your audience, that they would want to buy and that you can push out into the world and make money from. Kind of following the rabbit hole here, the next closely related thing to that is probably merch. So most YouTubers are going to have some kind of merch. They're going to have some kind of t-shirt, sweatshirt, hat, whatever to share with their followers that says, hey, you're part of the club, buy one of these t-shirts, buy one of these hats, whatever. And it can be a huge chunk of income, especially once you're a larger creator and people really want to represent your brand. And this video is not at all sponsored by Spreadshop. I used to have a sponsorship or a partnership with them, but I truly do love their company, and it's where I've created my merch through. And my point here is, with companies like Spreadshop who are going to kind of take the work off of you and drop ship for you and, do all the work basically, other than like getting the designs up, it's way easier now to create merch and make it be a thing. And then you can get into things like online courses or memberships. And honestly, if it were me and I were just starting on YouTube and I was like, what do I need in place to make money and to be a full-time creator? Like, what are the things that I definitely want to focus on and make money from? It would for sure be affiliates. So, going into that first bucket of YouTube specific things, affiliates, finding affiliate links for things that I love and I'm going to share anyway, but also maybe products or services. And then I would go into these next two things immediately first, because they have the lowest amount of overhead and they can be, one of the more lucrative ways to make money as a YouTuber. And that is online courses and memberships of some sort. So we've all heard of like Patreon and things like that. And that is kind of like a membership style subscription service. But if you can create a way for your people to come off of YouTube in a monetary way, like you make money from them coming off of YouTube and hanging out with you, but then them also getting something, for their dollars, you can really put like a pay gate there and make money. Even if it's $7 a month from each person who joins, that can really add up. If you have 1,000 people in, you just made $7,000, right? So some kind of membership and or online course would be my personal next direction once I really got started. And with an online course, it can be a little hard, especially if you're doing a channel that's like a vlog channel or, maybe a little less teachy or how-to, but some kind of online course that is going to allow you to teach things that you already do to the people watching your channel or who want to learn them can be massive. So let's say you create content on YouTube about organization, like your home organization channel. You could totally create an online course that's maybe like $97 or $197. And when people purchase it, you're gonna walk them through organizing each room in their home. Or maybe you are a gaming channel and your main focus is Minecraft. I don't know. I have no clue really what Minecraft, I know what Minecraft is, but I don't understand Minecraft or how it's a game because it really just looks like a big, Lego build to me. But that's a conversation for a different day, okay? So let's say you're a gaming channel and you are focused on Minecraft. You could create a course, maybe it's $47, and you walk them through how to build these like insanely crazy things that they wouldn't have known how to build otherwise, right? So online courses, digital products, affiliates, memberships, things that have like little to no overhead are really what you want to focus on, especially in the beginning. And the more you promote that, the more you tell people about it, the more your audience grows and you're telling them about it, the more your bottom line grows and the closer you get to full-time YouTuber status. Okay. So this next one I could get nerdy about all day long. But if you want to be a full-time YouTuber, if you want to make YouTube your full-time job, remember I said you need to treat it like a business. And I'm going to tell you, like I would tell any other business owner, you need an email list. You need to treat this thing like a business, and you need a way to possibly get in touch with your subscribers if something happened to your YouTube channel. Here's the thing with being a full-time content creator that is maybe platform specific, a full-time YouTuber, a full-time TikToker, a full-time Instagrammer, like whatever. You don't own those platforms. You don't own them. Like Mark Zuckerberg could take away Facebook and Instagram tomorrow. Whoever owns TikTok could take it away tomorrow. The people who own YouTube could take it away tomorrow. And I don't necessarily mean the platform as a whole, but things happen and platforms are taken away, okay? And you could do something that you unknowingly did. Like you could perform an action that was completely, not something you meant to do or was misconstrued or whatever, and have your platform taken away that you work very, very hard to build. Now, a lot of the examples I would have for you on that are political, and I don't want to get into that, but trying to get away from the politics and the examples that we all know because we do watch the news and we know what happens. Let's say that you are a family channel and you have, you just do vlogs in your family channel, like whatever, and somebody doesn't like you. Let's say like George next door really gets tired of seeing you outside with your camera, and he thinks it's child abuse. And he goes to YouTube and he's like, these people are abusing their children. And he reports you to YouTube as like a child abuse channel, even though there's nothing abusive about your channel. It is completely within YouTube's rights to take you down, right? So there are so many scenarios where we could lose our entire platform. And one scenario where we can't is our email list. So the really cool part about email marketing and having an email list is that you own that email list. If you wanted to print it off and carry it around with you, you can. You own the email addresses that people have elected to give you. So it's not like something could happen and somebody could take all that away. They can't. You own them, okay? And what that means from like a logical standpoint is that building an email list should be one of your top priorities if you're trying to make YouTube or anything that is platform specific your full-time job, because it gives you a fail-safe. It gives you a fallback. It gives you a way to get in touch with those people and point them in another direction, or continue to create content for them, or to continue on a different platform. So if you are solely on YouTube and that's the only place, people are finding you and like, that's it and whatever, and YouTube takes you away or bans you, or your comments get too spammy and they cut you off or whatever, if you don't have some other way to get in touch with people, you are gonna kick yourself in the butt. And if we're treating this like a business and we're really wanting to make YouTube a full-time job, that would be something I would highly, highly encourage you to do. I have a couple of videos here on my channel on how to build an email list, like what services to use, that kind of thing, that I will link below and make sure you have access to. But start an email list. Okay, so here's the thing. If you want to be a full-time YouTuber, if you want this to be your full-time job, you have to become a student of YouTube and be massively focused on growth in the platform. And what that means is following YouTube's rules, being a student of YouTube, understanding what you should and shouldn't do, doing a deep dive into what YouTube likes and what they don't like, so you can continue to do what they like and they will continue to show your content. Just becoming completely immersed into the education side of YouTube and really understanding how it works is going to drastically help you move forward to that full-time YouTuber goal. I see so many people, I hate excuses, y'all. Like hate excuses. Like, I couldn't do that because this, or I couldn't do that because that. Like, I hate excuses so very much. I can't even begin to tell you how much I hate excuses, especially ones that don't make a lot of sense. But what I see a lot of times from people who want to be YouTubers is, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing and I'm still not growing. No, you're not, Karen. No, you're not. That is an excuse. That is you saying it is not up to me what happens and I am not in charge of my life. And that is just flat out bullshit. So if you want to make YouTube your full-time job, it is your responsibility and no one else's. It is your responsibility to deep dive, to learn, to understand what you should be doing, to really dive deep into this platform and not just take it as like, I'm gonna put up content and hopefully one day it'll happen. There are ways to ensure that YouTube sees your content. There are ways to ensure growth. And if you are focused, you can do them. So don't make excuses and focus heavily on what's actually going to get you to grow on the platform. Okay, so last thing, and this kind of fits in with a couple of the other things we've talked about. If you really want to make YouTube your full-time job, you need to set goals and you need to do the work to get yourself there. This is a problem in all types of business, is people will just be like, I want to get to end result. Like, I'm here and I want to get here. But they don't set little measurable, reachable, attainable goals to help them get there. So then they're just sitting here like, why can I not get over here? It's because you didn't try to get there. Susan, I'm sorry if your name is Karen or Susan. I apologize. But have goals that you can hit, have income goals, have subscriber goals, have sponsorship goals, have sale goals. This will help you inch closer and closer to actually hitting the goal of being a full-time YouTuber. So let's say currently you have a full-time job and you want to quit your job to be a full-time YouTuber, and you have a channel and it's growing and like whatever, but it's not growing to the point where this is possible yet. Just sitting there and being like, I want it to happen, is not going to help anything. But if you're like, you know what, it is October, by December, I'm gonna be making $2,000 a month at least from my YouTube channel. And by March, I'm gonna at least double that. I'm gonna be making $4,000 a month. And at that point, I can put in my notice and quit my job. Now, that's gonna help you say, that's my goal and I need to do everything I can to work towards it. So if you're watching a video like this and I'm telling you, you need to be selling digital products and physical products if you want to, merch, courses, memberships, and you're trying to hit a goal, you're not just gonna be like, oh yeah, I don't wanna do that. No, if you want to be a full-time YouTuber, do the things it takes to get the money you need to make to quit the job or to go full-time or to quit side hustling with something else, and do the things, get the money, and that way you can fully focus on being a full-time YouTuber. I feel like Sassy Jessica came out to play in this video, and I apologize. I actually have to film 2 more videos and do a training today, so I'm really hoping this energy sticks around. But Sassy Jessica comes out to play when I see people making excuses and not doing the things that they want to do because of whatever, because of some kind of random excuse. And hopefully this showed you that you can absolutely go full-time on YouTube. You can be a full-time YouTuber. This can be your full-time job. You just have to buckle down and maybe think of it differently than you have it up until now. Do things differently than you have up until now. Do things differently than like Sarah over here is doing. Like, you might have to do things a little differently to hit your goal, and that is okay, right? That is okay, because I can promise you that if you want to be a full-time YouTuber, if you will work at it and cut the excuses out, you can do it. All right, so Sassy Jessica is done. I am going to sign off. And hopefully this video was really helpful. If you want to know anything else about anything I talked about, email marketing, blah, 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 let me know in the comments below. Make sure you check the description because I am going to link up some videos down there. But let me know in the comments what other questions you have, and if maybe, something I said today didn't make sense, or you want a deep dive on something to help you hit this goal, I am happy to do it. And until next time, bye y'all.